everybody, how are you? What's up? So I've been inspired to do a what's in my hospital bag video. I'm only bringing this one bag to the hospital and that's it. I'm going to show you what's inside. I'm also going to tell you what I'm not packing and why. And then just a few tips on some differences going to the hospital and delivering prior to COVID versus now having COVID in the world, in our lives. So let's get right into it. I know you can't really tell that I'm pregnant because of the black shirt and I'm sitting down and everything, but I am 34 weeks, so I am just 6 weeks out of having him. Alrighty, so in the bag that I'm packing for the hospital, I'm going to start with my stuff, and that is going to be, I have a t-shirt with a pair of pants, nothing special, nothing fancy, ironically all black, but that, and then I'm not going to show you my brown underwear, but just the standard brown underwear for me. This is going to be the outfit that I wear going home, or it will be this dress. So I'm packing two different outfits because I'm having a C-section. So I have just this dress. It's just a longer dress, just a tank top. And then I packed just a throw over sweater because it's supposed to be cold. And I know you're probably thinking, well, then why are you packing a tank top dress? That's the only one that's going to fit me, being right after delivery kind of thing. So, but I have this sweater to throw over either one of them. I'm not super worried about like making sure it looks good with the dress or anything like that. I just want to be comfortable and warm and happy. So I'm doing that. But I'm packing two different outfits for going home because I'm not 100% how I'm going to feel. I've felt different after each pregnancy because it is a C-section. It is a repeat C-section. So there's been, you know, a couple of them that I've felt fine. I can wear the pants. It's not going to bother me. It's not going to hurt or anything. But there's been a couple of them that anything around that area, it's just not going to happen. It's not. So I have two different outfits. That way I can choose how I'm feeling that day when we do go to leave and put one of them on. And then from there, I'm not even going to bother showing you what Dad's is. It's literally just one outfit, just shorts, t-shirt, and underwear. That's it. He is so simple and easy. I wish it was like that for us women. Then for our little boy, my mom got me this cute little set. So this is going to be his going home outfit. It's got the long pants, the long shirt, or sleeves, and the little fold over part for the mittens, so I don't even have to worry about making sure I have the mittens. It also has a pair of socks and the little beanie that matches. So this is going to be his going home outfit. It's all together. It's all one thing. I'm not going to need anything more than his going home outfit and his going home blankie. That is it for clothes. And then I have a pair of flip-flops for me and Dad in the bag. One, so that we can use them to shower, and two, because my feet don't fit into anything. So having the flip-flops, even though it's going to be cold, is ideal because it's something easy for me to just slip on and get going. From there, I do have this little bag that is going to be inside of that bigger bag that you saw at the beginning. And this one is what I was using for kind of more of like our toiletries and stuff. to make it easier so that everything is together. So in here I have one of my travel size conditioners, one of my travel containers of shampoo. Dad and I will both be using the same shampoo and conditioner, so that makes that easy. I have a baby body wash, and we will use this for all of us. That way, I mean, the hospital is going to be giving him a bath. The hospital is going to be cleaning him up. So really, we probably won't use this on him. But this is what Dad and I are going to be using. It was the only travel size one that I had. And I have sensitive skin, so I have to be careful with the body wash that I do use. The hospital will provide body washes for you because what I remember, the hospital required me to take a shower before I left. And in doing that, they have like a foaming body wash, and it irritates my skin because I have sensitive skin, so I'm packing my own. And then packing lotion because nobody likes dry skin. I have our travel toothbrushes for me and Dad, our travel toothpaste for me and Dad. He gets a comb, I get a brush. On my brush, I made sure to put all of my hair ties. Well, I mean, not all of them, but a good amount of hair ties. That way I had them already here and already packed. I always use the same type of hair tie, and I have hundreds of these laying around, so this doesn't hurt me to put so many on my brush like that. I did pack a little loofah, and then deodorants for Dad and I. From there, I have just a little bottle of perfume so I can smell good leaving the hospital. I have a phone charger, and a lot of people have said to get like an extension cord or make sure you have a really, really long phone charger cord for your stay. I don't personally need it. I'm just simply going to ask my husband to plug in my phone for 30 minutes and then hand me my phone after 30 minutes. I don't see that being a problem. I know that there's going to be plenty of time that I'm just going to want to relax or sleep, or, you know, there's going to be so much going on. Although I would like to be able to have my phone to be able to play on it, or, you know, whatever, past time. It's not going to be 100% on the phone. And let's face it, nowadays phones charge from 0 to 100 within an hour, so you should be able to go an hour without a phone. In this little bag here, I just have some makeup stuff. Not 100% if I'm going to use it, but I'm packing it just because if I want to feel good when I leave the hospital. I'm really not going anywhere. I'm going to go straight to my mom and dad's with my husband and my new baby, and we're gonna go pick up our other kids from there, and then we're going home. So public is not gonna see me. Nobody's really gonna see me outside of like that walk from the OB department to the front of the hospital kind of thing. So we'll see how I feel the day of on if I actually use this stuff. And this is really the only thing that I'm packing that's like a maybe. So I did pack some Q-tips. One, because they're good for makeup, for correcting things, and two, because I can use them after my shower as well. Just a little makeup brush, and I did pack like my secondary type makeup stuff. I didn't really pack the stuff that I use daily and don't want to leave behind or anything, because I know I'm forgetful, and if I set any of this down and don't put it back right away or anything like that, I don't want to be like super bummed and super upset that, oh my god, I lost my favorite mascara, or, you know, whatever. But just a little eyeliner, some mascara, some primer, a little mirror in case I don't feel like getting out of my bed to do my makeup in the bathroom, and then just a little palette of a couple different eyeshadows. Super simple, nothing fancy, just kind of keeping it minimal. And then, so my plan with the clothes that I packed is, knowing that it's a C-section, knowing that it's scheduled, I've never had my water break before, I've never had to rush out the door or anything like that. It's all been planned, it's all been like time, be here, let's have a baby kind of thing. So because of that, I'm going to be throwing on one of those outfits that I had packed for the drive to the hospital. That way, when we get to the hospital, I don't then have another outfit of whatever I'm wearing to put into that bag. Because that bag, I'm going to try to empty out almost half of it before we leave because of all the stuff that the hospital gives you. And not just for mom, but for baby as well. And I'll make another video about that once we get to that point. That way you can really see what you get from the hospital. And I know it's different from having a natural birth to having a C-section, because with like natural births, I've seen like these water bottles that help you kind of spray down there instead of having to wipe because you're really sore and swollen. Excuse me. And for C-sections, they give you like a belly band because there's just so much pain up here in your belly and where your incision is and everything like that. So yeah, so I'm going to be wearing one of them so that eliminates some packing in the bag. And then like the baby's blanket's gonna be on him, his outfit's gonna be on him. At most I'm switching out the outfit that's in there for dad for whatever outfit he's wearing kind of thing, but that's really not a big deal. I've already eliminated half the bag by pulling out one of my outfits, all the new baby's outfit and his blanket and things like that. So there's definitely room in the bag already. And then worst case scenario, I can always carry this one separately and make this extra space in that bigger bag as well. That way the things that they give me can fit all in that bag. Now I'm going to talk about the things that I'm not packing and why I'm not packing them. So I've seen a lot of people packing those grip socks, the slip resistant socks. They have like all the rubberized stuff on them. I'm not packing them because the hospital is going to provide me with them. I'm trying not to pack anything that the hospital is going to provide me with that I'm okay with. So I'm not overly packing. I'm not carrying unnecessary things because they're going to give you the socks whether you actually wear them or not. So why not just wear them when you're in a hospital? So I won't be packing the socks. I also won't be packing any nursing bras or nipple creams or nipple shields or anything related to breastfeeding. Unfortunately, because I don't produce. I've never really had that good of luck. I've never really had that good of luck prior in any of my prior pregnancies of producing. So I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to really try this time. I mean, I'm going to try to give them, if there's any type of colostrum that'll come out right at the beginning, I will definitely try that, but it'll be just straight onto me, and that's it. I've never leaked. I've never had any of those things, so I won't be packing anything necessary for that. Those adult diapers, underwears, and pads, I won't be packing any of that as well. I have my set of underwear for when I leave the hospital because I know that those are comfortable for me now. They are like oversized big granny panties, the seamless ones, and I know that they're comfortable for me right now. So I just have that one pair for when I leave the hospital. Otherwise, I'm going to use what they give me. So it's going to be like a mesh netted type underwear, those really overly sized big pads. Because even with a C-section, you still have a lot of blood coming out, especially in that first 24 hours. But I'm just going to use everything that they provide me with, because whatever I get will be for when I come home. Then I'll be able to save all that. And anything that gets ruined in the hospital, at least it's all disposable type stuff. And I didn't go out and buy brand new stuff just for that. I won't be packing a pacifier. We don't use pacifiers. If we did, the hospital does provide you with one of those like round ones for our hospitals. I've seen a couple different variations from different hospitals, but ours provides you with like the round one, and we don't plan to use a pacifier at all. So there's no reason to pack one, and we'll just have to let the nurses and the doctors know, don't give them one. On that note, I won't be packing or making or dealing with making a birth plan in any way, because nobody nobody has ever asked me for my birth plan. Nobody has ever taken my birth plan when I've taken the time to make one. And you deal with so many different nurses that you're repeating yourself anyways. So I recommend any of the key factors of your pregnancy that you really want to happen, such as don't give my baby a pacifier. Just say it to everybody that comes in contact with you or your baby, so that they're aware of your wants and your needs as far as like the birthing plan situation. If you and your hubby or significant other want to make one, just for you guys to make one together, then that's great. I mean, at least you guys can stay on the same page, and you guys kind of have those notes with you on, you know, oh, she said she wanted this, or, you know, whatever, because if dad's with the baby and you're not, kind of thing. So, I mean, that's totally doable for you guys, but I've never been asked for my birth plan. I have never given it to anybody, and I've always had to repeat myself. I won't be packing any bottles or formula. Again, the hospital will provide me with all the bottles and formula I need. They have like these disposable bottles. They're already like, they're like this tall. They're really skinny. I don't remember how many ounces they are. But they come in like packs of 4. And you shake it, you twist off the top, you put a twist on nipple. And once the baby's done with that, you throw it away. If the baby doesn't eat it, I think within like an hour or 2 or something like that, then they say to throw it away. They have so much of that stuff. They don't want you to sit there and try to use it or anything like that if it doesn't happen or if they don't want it or whatever. And then they'll also be giving you that stuff to go home with. So I'm not packing bottles. I'm not worrying about formula. They're going to give me all that while we're there, and they're going to give me some to go home with. Another thing is diapers and wipes. I'm not packing any because they give them to you while you're there. And they're going to be giving you some to go home with again. I will already have his diaper bag ready for him in the car when we leave. So it's gonna have diapers and wipes and probably bottles and formula and things like that already in it for me. So if I were to need it once I leave, if I didn't get enough from the hospital or anything like that, then I already have it when I leave. The diaper bag's gonna be right there in the car. But I'm not gonna bring it into the hospital. There's no reason for me to. They're gonna give me everything I need. I have naturally big babies. They've all been 9 pounds or more. So I know that the hospital does provide you with size 1 diapers as well as newborn diapers. So I'm not worried about the size of diapers, and I know that they have plenty of wipes. So again, I'm not packing any of those. So I think that that's pretty much the normal hospital bag checklist type stuff. So now that that's done, I wanted to tell you guys what's different now with COVID versus prior to delivering without COVID in the world. I called my hospital. I definitely recommend calling your hospital. Ask them questions. Speak directly to the OB department though, because if you're just asking the front desk or somebody else that's not in the right department, they're not going to know. They're going to play the phone tag game, or they're going to possibly give you wrong information, and you don't want that. So when I called, oh, and on that note, one of the first things you should ask if it's your first time delivering a baby is ask them, I didn't ask because this is my 5th, but ask them if they still do tours, because when I was pregnant with my first one, I called the hospital, I scheduled an appointment with them, and they actually gave me a tour of the OB department. They showed me the room, you know, they're all pretty much the same, but they showed me a room, and it gave me an idea of what I would be staying in for the 2 days while I'm there, and kind of gave me an idea of how things would go, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it is kind of nice to see, especially being the first time moms, definitely nice to see the environment that you're going to be in for that, 1, 2, or 3 days, depending on what the requirements are in your state and cities and everything, or for your doctors. But I enjoyed the tour. I did. I won't be doing it, obviously. I've delivered at both the hospitals in my area. I know what they both look like. There's no reason for me to worry about it. But I didn't ask my hospitals if they're still offering the tour, because I know what they look like. I know what to expect. Now, the few things that are different is once you and your partner get into the OB department, you cannot leave. So they can't leave to go to the cafeteria, to a vending machine, to outside the hallway. Like, they cannot leave the OB department, period. So if they do, they cannot come back in. So keep that in mind. Make sure to ask your hospital what their requirements are on that, if you're allowed to leave, things like that. I know my hospital strictly said you cannot leave. Also, there is absolutely no visitors this time. It's you, your baby, and your +1, whoever that may be for you. And that is it. You can't have people come and visit you. None of that is allowed. However, you can order like pizza or Chinese or, whatever for delivery, but they will not be allowed into the OB department to bring it to you. One of the nurses will have to go get it for you from like the front of the hospital or wherever they go to meet up, kind of thing. Or right outside the OB department, or, whatever they work out. But they did say that you are allowed to still get something delivered to you, but the person cannot come into the OB department. So I don't know how that works with like paying cash versus paying card. I am going to make sure I have plenty of money on my card, that if we want to order something for delivery, it's all already paid for. I don't have to ask the nurse to do that as well as go get my food. So I'm just going to leave it as simple as possible and just keep it on the card. And then the last thing that's a huge difference for me is that they're actually going to provide all meals for me and my husband. They've never done that before. Usually it's always just the mom and the baby that the hospital is worried about. So they'll give me breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And of course, baby will get as much formula and all that stuff that they need. But we've always had to make sure to bring snacks or order something in for delivery for my husband, or him go to the cafeteria or a vending machine or, whatever. But because of COVID and because they're not allowed to leave the OB department, he is going to get the same breakfast, lunch, and dinner that I will be getting the whole time that we are staying there, which is awesome. It takes a huge relief off of us. We're probably still going to pack some snacks or candy or something. Just some of the sweeter stuff that they don't typically give you. But at least the big meals will be taken care of while we're there. So I am really excited about that. That is all I've got for you today, and thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.